Christian took it, put it on the tray, shoved the tray into Phippin's empty hand, and strode on. The sound of china tumbling again reached him just as he neared the window. In the street below, a carriage waited outside the door of his house. A figure swept toward it, dodging the drizzle that so often accompanied spring weather in London. A woman of middling height and quick step, wearing a deep green dress, hopped into the carriage's twilight. A delicate nose, an elegant jaw, a melodic sigh from the past. He was sure that he heard it, despite the distance and the closed window. His mind shed the last mists of his meditation. His blood reacted violently. A different pulse now, hard, aggressive. He peered with total focus at that carriage. A woman's face was hidden by the angle of his high view and by her bonnet in the dim light. Her footman closed the door, and her fingers reached to pull the curtain. A hand. Her hand. Impossible. The footman moved toward the back of the carriage to take his position in the rain. Only then did Christian notice the man. His attention had been so intent on the woman that he had not even seen the footman's eastern garments and long queue. "A coat, Phippin. Boots." His valet rose with painful care, balancing the pile of china on the tray. "Very good, sir. I'll just set this outside the door and—" Christian grabbed the tray and slammed it down on a table so hard that the cup jumped. "Boots, man! Now!" Even getting barely dressed took too long. Christian admitted that by the time he descended to the house's public rooms. Common sense caught up with him at the top of the last flight of stairs. That carriage would be long gone, even with the crush around Grosvenor Square. Whether on foot or horse, he would never be able to follow it. He pivoted, strode to the drawing room, and entered. His Aunt Henrietta and his young cousin Caroline sat together on a settee near one of the tall windows. Blonde head to blonde head, they gossiped about something. The progress of Caroline's second season, most likely. Anxiety about Caroline's social life soaked the public rooms with its unceasing rain. It pattered down on him as soon as he opened the chamber's door. Henrietta greeted him with glistening, vague eyes and an artificial blank smile. She sought to hide her irritation with his intrusion, which he knew as clearly as if she spoke it. Henrietta and her daughter lived here only because he had agreed to allow it in a rare fit of generosity a year ago. Now Hen wanted everyone to accept her as the mistress of the house, not a guest. Since he accepted nothing of the kind, his company was never welcomed.
"Easterbrook, you are up and about early today."
Henrietta's gaze noted his boots with relief, but her eyes reflected her eternal vexation at the lack of a cravat and his unruly hair. "Is that inconvenient for you, Aunt Hen?"
"Far be it for me to presume inconvenience. It is your home."
"I thought that perhaps you were still receiving callers. I noticed a carriage from my window and hesitated to come down until your visitor had left."
"You should have joined us," Caroline said. "You might have enjoyed her company more than Mamma did. Our visitor is quite an original. I am surprised Mamma did not send her away."
"I almost did," Hen said.
"However, one can never know how it will go with such people. She has both questionable fortune and background, but there is the chance that hostesses will overlook that because she is entertaining. Then where would I be if I had cut her when she made overtures?"
She shook her head with perplexed exasperation.
"It is always difficult to judge the odd ones. Nor is she truly odd, not like Phaedra. More exotic than truly odd. There is a difference, Caroline, and one must be alert and careful to—"
"What is her name?" Christian asked. His aunt blinked, startled. He never cared to know anything about her callers.
"Her name is Miss Montgomery,"
Caroline said.
"Mamma and I met her at a party last week. Her father was a merchant trader in the Far East, but she claims a connection to Portuguese nobility through her mother. Miss Montgomery is visiting London for the first time in her life."